Hi, I'm Joe and welcome to my first regular latch hook video. Today I'm going to show you this small Orchidea kit. Even though I'm most of the way through this project, I wanted to talk a little bit about it and show you what it looks like before it's finished, and just talk a little bit about what it took to make this particular rug. This particular kit, because it is only 40 by 40 centimeters, came in a bag, and it came with all the canvas and all the yarn, although all the yarn was mixed together in bundles. There are 15 different colors and you have to separate them yourself. And Orchidea kits also come with a tool, but I usually never use this tool. In fact, I don't even have it to show you. I threw it away because the narrow handle does not suit me. I have my own tool that works just fine. If you don't have your own tool, I would probably recommend using the one that came with the kit, because most latch hook tools are made for larger holes. Most latch hook kits come at 3.3 or 3.75 squares per inch. Orchidea kits come at about 4.5 squares per inch, so the holes are smaller. This hook is what came with a Vervico kit, which is something I'll talk about in a future video. And it's actually really nice and it works well on this particular rug. Here you can see the partially completed rug. Next time I do one of these videos, I'll start with the blank canvas just to show you what it's like. But there's enough here to show you that the canvas is printed with all the colors on it, but Orchidea kits do come with charts. And the colors are not actually named, but they're listed here at the bottom of the chart. And it shows you which color or which number goes with which symbol. And the way you map the numbers is down here on the bottom of the canvas. It's hard to see because I've already started the rug, but you can see that we've got like white and light gray and darker gray going up to black, and then other colors. So one of the first things I do when I get one of these rugs is I get all the yarn separated first, because they're all bundled together and it's just easier if you get them all separated first. And sometimes it can take a long time. This one took me a few hours, even for such a small rug, to get 15 colors separated. It's also helpful to understand that sometimes the color differences are very small. Like, actually, there's only a few, maybe, I think 2 strands of this light gray per package in the kit. And I mistook it for just being a slightly miscolored white piece, so I had to be careful about that. But once I got them all separated, it's much easier to deal with. One thing that I think is going to be challenging is there is almost no room on the sides for binding. I mean, this isn't something where I decided to hook all the way to the ends. The pattern actually takes you there and you just have no room on the sides. There's plenty on the top and bottom. And one other thing I also like to mention is whenever there's a choice of using a paper pattern or the printed canvas, I always use the paper pattern. It's hard to see on here, but almost all printed canvases are printed crooked, and that is no different with this one. You can't see it because I've already hooked up here. I always try to hook a little bit up the side because I can put a weight on the finished part to keep the rest of it from sliding while I'm working. But the pattern that's printed on this canvas does slant up one row. And in addition to using the paper pattern, because the paper pattern has grid lines on it that go every 10 rows and columns, is I will, on the canvas, take a Sharpie and just make a line every 10 columns, and also mark here off to the side, just to make sure that I maintain my sanity that I'm following the pattern correctly. All that's left to do now is finish it. And here's the completed rug. We've got 2 birds and some lovely pink flowers, and I think this will make a nice decoration for spring. And I find it unusual that this is at least the 3rd different rug that I have done that has these types of birds on them, and I've only recently discovered that they do not exist in my continent. They are indigenous to Europe, but I think they make wonderful decorations because of the blue and yellow color. The back here, to see what my solution was was not great. I normally would just sew with regular yarn about 3 squares in, which is what I was able to do on the top and the bottom. But because of the way this canvas was, where all the little rows are super tight together, it didn't leave much option for sewing, and it was even worse on this side. But it'll do well enough, and I'll be able to hang it on the wall. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this slightly more in-depth look at this rug, and I hope to be able to do more soon. I don't know when my next video will be. In fact, I don't even know what my next project's going to be. But when I do get another video made, I hope you'll come back and check it out. Thanks for stopping by.